is this beautiful edge that adds a lot of ruffles to your work and is worked simply with single crochets and chains. On this video, I'm going to teach you how to do the Crown Ruffle Edging. I'll be using a 4mm hook and some acrylic yarn size 4. So for this design, you want to make sure that you start with a foundation chain that's a multiple of 5. I'm going to make 25 chains off camera, and I'll see you when I'm done. Okay, here's my 25 chains. So with this, we can start row 1. For row 1, we're going to start by doing 1 single crochet into the second chain from the hook. So we skip the first chain into the next, 1 single crochet. Now we're going to start the row repeat. The repeat starts by chaining 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're going to be skipping 2 chains and then doing 1 single crochet into the next. So you skip 1, 2, into the next, 1 single crochet. Now we're going to chain 3, skip 1 chain, and then do 1 single crochet into the next. And that there ends the row repeat. Let's go back to the beginning of the repeat. We're going to start by chaining 7. You're going to skip 2 chains and then do 1 single crochet into the next. So skip 1 and 2 and then 1 single crochet. Then you want to chain 3, skip 1 chain and into the next, 1 single crochet. And that there ends the repeat. So you want to go back to the beginning of the repeat and do it however many times you need. You're going to be finishing off by doing the chain 7, skip 2, and then 1 single crochet. So I'm going to do this full repeat, I think twice more, and then I'll meet you when I'm almost done. Okay, so I just did that repeat, I think 2 more times than I mentioned. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 repeats total. And so I've finished off by doing the chain 3, skip 1, 1 single crochet. And now I'm going to go back to the beginning of the repeat, but I'm not going to be able to do it all. You should be having only 3 chains left after you finish the last repeat. You're going to go back to the beginning by chaining 7. Then you're going to skip 2 chains and do 1 single crochet into the next, which is your very last chain of the foundation chain. So that's how we're going to end this row. This here is the end of row 1. For row 2, we're going to start by chaining 1 and flipping your work into the chain 7 space. We're going to work the 2 single crochets and a chain 3 5 times. So around the chain, let's do 2 single crochets and then a chain 3. So that's the first time. I want to do that 5 times. Let's do it again. 2 single crochets and then a chain 3. That's my second time. Third time. Fourth time there. And this will be my 5th, 2 single crochets and a chain 3. Okay, that's 5 times into the same chain 7 space. Now we are going to be doing 2 single crochets into the same chain 7 space. So I just did the chain 3. Now into that same chain 7 space, you want 2 more single crochets. Okay, so that's the repeat you want into the chain 7 spaces. Now we are going to chain 3. We're going to find the next chain 7 space and do the same thing again. So I'll do it once again with you. That's where the repeat begins, at the chain 7 space. So around the chain space, you want to do 2 single crochets and a chain 3 5 times. That was my first time. 2 single crochets, chain 3, second time. 2 single crochets, chain 3, third time. 4th time. And now this is my 5th, chain 3. Now to finish this off, I also need 2 single crochets into the same chain 7 space. So I'm going to go into that chain 7 space and do 2 single crochets. Continuing the repeat, we want to chain 3, and that ends the repeat. So now you go back to the beginning of the repeat, which means doing that repetition around the chain 7 space and then a chain 3. So do it for however many times you need, and I'll see you when you're done. Okay, when you get to the end here, you're not going to be able to finish the repeat entirely. So I've just done my last chain 3 here. So this repeat around the chain 7 space, chain 3, and now I have one more chain 7 left. So we're going to be doing those repeats around the chain 7 with your 2 single crochets, chain 3. And doing that 5 times. So that was my first time. This is my second. Third. Fourth. And 5th. And now I want to do those 2 single crochets into that same chain 7 space. So there's 1 and 2. That's how you're going to finish off this row. This here is the end of row 2. For row 3, we're going to start by chaining 1 and flipping your work. We're going to be doing a slip stitch into the first chain space. So you know those chain 3s that you have here? So that's the first chain space, the chain 3 here. Into that chain 3 space, just do a slip stitch. Now we're going to start the row repeat, into the same chain space here, you want to do 1 single crochet. Into the same chain space you just did the slip stitch into, 1 single crochet. Now we can start the row repeat. Starts by chaining 7. Then you want to skip the next 3 chain 3 spaces and then do 1 single crochet into the next chain space. So we skip 1, 2, 3 into the next chain space, which is this one here, a single crochet. And now you've created this kind of arch around the previous row. Continuing the repeat, you want to chain 3. Then you want to skip the next chain space and then do 1 single crochet into the next. So we're skipping the chain 3 space that's here between the chain 7 spaces of the previous row, and into the first chain 3 space, which is this loop here, a single crochet. And that there ends the repeat. Let's go back to the beginning of it. The repeat starts by chaining 7. Then we want to skip the next 3 chain 3 spaces. So 1, 2, 3, you skip those. And into the next one, you do a single crochet. Now we're going to chain 3. Skip the next chain space, which is this one here, kind of in between. And then into the next chain 3 space, the first loop of the next group here, a single crochet. And that's what you want to do all the way down. So chain 7, skip 3 chain 3 spaces, then 1 single crochet into the next, chain 3, then skip the next chain space and 1 single crochet into the next. So I'll do this all the way down. You're not going to be able to finish the repeat, so I'm just going to meet you when we're almost at the end here. Okay, so I just did my last single crochet into after skipping 3, then 1 single crochet into the next. So I just want to show you how we're going to finish this. We're going to be able to do a chain 3, skip the chain 3, sorry, like the next chain space, and into the next, which is the first loop of the last group here, into there, a single crochet. So this kind of finalizes my last repeat here. Now I only have the one group left. So we're going to chain 7. You're going to skip the next 3, chain 3 spaces, and into the very last one there, do your final single crochet. That's how we're going to end the row here. This here is the end of row 3. So to achieve this look, you want to basically just repeat. You're going to do row 2 and 3 once more, and then 1 of row 2 again. So you're going to finish off the look by doing row 2. So again, after this row, which is row 3, I'm going to go back and repeat row 2. After that, row 3, and after that, row 2 once again. And then you'll be done with your work. You can cut off your yarn and thread your ends through. Okay, and here we have it. This is super cool, you guys. As you can see, it's very, very ruffly. This one's kind of like, you know, very fun, frilly kind of edge. You see all those picot stitches sticking out. It definitely kind of looks like crowns upside down, hence the name. Really cool. Hey, while you're at it, why don't you just subscribe to my channel? Just do it. Just do it.